Welcome to the Ange Tv Show. If you click this video, it's probably because there's breaking news, or you're tuning in for my daily briefing.
If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's 3 ways you can support the Ange Tv Show. Visit our merch store at the Ange Tv Show on Teespring and purchase merch now. Or you could send a super chat. And finally, you could become a member of this glorious channel by hitting the join button at the bottom of the video. Alright guys, enjoy the show. What's up, guys? We are live. Welcome to the Ange TV Show and welcome to the Day Show, guys. The place where we review your last week in world news and locally here in Montreal. And to do that, guys, we have our co-hosts backstage, Mr. Claudio Capri and Mr. Jeffrey Weinstein, guys. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Good.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Guys, we also have something else that we're doing today. It's a special on the Day Show. I am eating this really spicy chocolate here, courtesy of Chocolate Bar Trouble, guys. Listen, I'm smelling this thing, and just by the smell of it, I want to die. Okay, guys? So that's going to be done later, though, after our conversation, because I literally won't be able to talk when I eat this chocolate bar, guys. It's very hot. I want to give a warm round of applause and thank you to James P. He's here today, and he has a side hobby called Chocolate Bar Trouble, in which he makes these spicy chocolate bars. If you're interested, you could always message him on Instagram. I could provide you guys with that Instagram at the end of the show as well. All right, guys. So a lot happened in the last week. Hey, guys, around the world, especially here in Montreal. Guys, the first thing I want to talk about is something that happened yesterday. And listen, guys, a lot of people have been talking out about it. And you know what? I think it's my turn to talk about it as well. Basically, guys, the curfew in Montreal, it went from 9:30 back down to 8 o'clock yesterday. Right, guys? So it took effect yesterday. So they had a protest in the old port of Montreal. It started off peaceful. People went there. They wanted to fight for their rights. They were being cooperative. Everything was good. And then right after the curfew, it quickly degenerated, guys. Okay, I'm talking about over 5,000 people. They initially stated those 5,000 people, but it could be that there was much more people. What's up? Ryo Cat is in the building. Mega shout out to you. And also James P. and Raul. Welcome, guys. I invite you to comment on the chat. If you have any questions, you have any opinions, you agree with us, you don't agree with us, leave it there. I will definitely get to it, okay? And also, thank you for those of you that are tuning in for Facebook. I appreciate you guys as well. And let's get right into the topic here. Claudio, what do you think about what happened yesterday?
I think it was absolutely dumb. Listen, we're all in a state of like, why is this curfew going at 8 p.m.? You know what? I agree with you, but to actually go and destroy buildings, let alone like since October of last year, businesses have been struggling. Now they need to struggle even more because there are a bunch of idiots who went there and broke windows, caused a riot. That's really not cool, man. You know, like we all grew up in Montreal. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm 31 years old and I've been obviously in Montreal. Like Montreal's my home, despite of the bullshit that's going on. And then to actually find out that, you know, people are causing ruckus, you know, in our city, that's stupid. But, you know, but then again, you know, I don't want to go deep into this for a second, but I'm like, you know what? It's also kind of Legault's fault at the same time as well. You know, but you know, people have the right to protest. You have the right to go out and show your, what you don't believe in. But to go out and riot, come on, man, it's dumb. And James P said as well.
And the mayor, guys, actually commented. She said there was a stupid act. It was uncalled for to break the small businesses, to break their windows, loot, throw garbage bags in the street, and burn it on fire. What's up? Salute 77 is also in the building. What's up, buddy? Guys, I mean, creating this damage downtown, is it really going to help our situation?
No.
That's what I want to ask all of you. James P said, I don't agree with the riot. It was stupid, senseless act that was just not justified in any way. Now, listen, I'm going to say something, okay? The people that went out there, that actually went out there for the protest, okay? I'm not talking about the people that are always part of the same group of every protest that happens when it's the Habs winning, the Habs making the third round. Every time there's a protest, you have these same literally bandits disguising themselves in the cause, right, Claudio and Jeffrey? So, Jeff, I'd really like to hear from you. I'm sure you're a wise man, right? You've been living in Montreal for how long, Jeffrey?
Over 60 years. Yeah.
Over 60 years, guys. Jeffrey, I think he's seen it all. So, Jeffrey, what do you got to say about Montreal on fire over here?
Yeah, I think there's too many people that use a protest situation as an excuse to riot and loot stores.
Yeah.
And just cause a lot of damage. And there's a lot of venting of frustration and anger. And I mean, the frustration and anger is understandable, but you're using this as an opportunity to be destructive and to loot stores. It's stealing. They did the same thing last May for the George Floyd protest.
Exactly, yeah.
And they'll do it. They do it all the time. They did it for the Habs when the Habs won the Stanley Cup the last time. They go crazy. So any kind of gathering, it makes you think that like mass gatherings down in Montreal are very, very dangerous. So to protest is your democratic right.
It is.
To protest. And they're abusing their democratic rights to break the law.
Yeah.
And
it's you know what? You said it so perfectly, Jeffrey. Like they're using their everybody's allowed to protest, guys. A protest is a legal thing, right? It's when it becomes violent and, you take it out on small businesses that have already been suffering, barely had enough money to stay afloat. Finally, listen, I went to the Old Port Saturday, okay? And I sat on the bench that caught fire, okay? You know that bench that was on fire?
Yeah.
I was sitting there.
Yeah, last week I went to Old Port with a friend too. We were sitting on that exact same bench. So the first thing that came to my mind is like, wait a minute. I sat on that bench. Now it's on fire. God damn, they had a perfect view.
I know it's crazy how fast things could change. But I want to say something. Okay, last Saturday I was with my girlfriend. We were having ice cream, whatever.
What kind of ice cream?
Actually, it wasn't ice cream. It was a coffee from Cafe Olimpico. Sorry.
Okay.
It was a remix cafe, like a latte. But anyways,
that's good.
Shout out to Cafe Olimpico, by the way. They make really good coffees, guys.
Do you have sugar or no sugar?
Sugar, yeah.
Brown or
but it was funny
sugar?
because it was this small. Like me expecting this big thing. It was like this small. It was like a shot, But it was good though. It was good. And you know what, guys? I was at the Old Port this weekend, and you know what? I really like the vibe. I said, you know what? I've never seen. Not that I've never seen, but I haven't seen an atmosphere like this since COVID started. And listen, there was a lot of people, very, very bunched up, especially when you get to where the docks are. There's people that strip of the Old Port was complete. Like literally, you couldn't even. If you had to walk through people, you had to go like this. You had to like dive. You had to like It was so many people, and not that I'm saying it was a good thing. I mean, a lot of people not wearing masks. Well, they don't have to, right? If you're in public, you're outside, you don't have to wear a mask. And we're going to talk about mask wearing versus anti-maskers and stuff like that, because that's a huge division right now. James said a peaceful protest with people wearing masks and social distancing being followed would have been a completely different story. Exactly. Now, I want to tell you guys something, okay? They said that most of the looters were young people. That's what they said, which is normal. I mean, most of the people you're going to see are, let's say, 30 and younger, right, guys?
Yeah.
These type of crowds that break stuff and then vandalize, and there was a guy going around with a hammer breaking store. Like, what do those the store is not the government, right? Why are you getting mad at independent business owners?
Because they want to be cool, man. They want to be cool in front of their friends and family. They want to be, hey, you know what I did last night, bro? I went to go break windows. Because you know what? Look, can I say, I want to say is that, people last night, they were uneducated fucks. Okay, that's what they were. Because they don't, because, I wanna ask a question, and hopefully everyone here could answer. It's like, people who do these kind of things, and I'm not, and again, I'm not just focusing on last night's riot. I'm also focusing on whenever there's a riot. Who raises these kids? Who raises, like, I don't know about you two, but if I have a kid and I'm like, if you ever go do this shit, I'm gonna make sure, like, I'll cause a riot when you come home. Like what goes on through these kids' heads? I wonder what drugs or they like, hey, we're gonna go break stuff. I was trying to do a French accent, but that's the thing. Like, what goes? I want to know what goes through his fucking. You know what I want to do? If I had the balls to do it, I want to go interview one of these kids or people and be like, what goes through your fucking head when you're doing this? What joy does it bring you?
You know what? James said something. He said, I'll put it plain and simple. In my opinion, they just want attention. Could be. It could be they just want attention. That's part of it. But I want to answer your question, Claudio, okay? Because you said, where are the parents? Okay? What are the parents? Where are the parents? Okay?
They're not there.
It could be they're not there. It could be that they don't care. A lot of these people could be in gangs. A lot of these people could have been already arrested. A lot of people could have criminal records already. They don't care. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, Claudio, okay? When you have people, okay, that don't care, that already have 8 tickets, 8 non-wearing mask tickets, 8 curfew tickets, do you really think they care that they go to jail? Do you really think they care that they get another fine?
No.
So that's a very scary thought, guys. That's when the purge starts happening. And yesterday, it was an early glimpse of what's probably going to happen. I mean, look, the more people that believe this rhetoric, the more people that join, we're going to have bigger and bigger numbers at these protests, okay? May 1st, there's supposed to be a protest with over 15,000 people. Yesterday, there was 5. I'm sure there's going to be close to 20,000 on May 1st, okay? And by the way, they're doing another protest tonight. So,
you think?
Yeah, they're doing another protest tonight. They're planning one, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure the police are going to be ready and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But seriously, guys, when I saw the pictures yesterday, I said, how can we be going in this direction? First of all, we're screwing ourselves over. We're screwing the taxpayers over because now we're going to have to pay more money for the repairs. We're probably going to get more restrictions now because if people could go out and do that, they're going to want to control us even more, right?
Yeah, I just want to make Aaron King's like, what's this man on about? It's called people were fucking idiots last night, and Shane Walsh. You know what? I'll keep it. You know what comment I want to do, but I'm keeping it to myself, Shane. So you know what? You're dead, mate. Right back at you. So that's it. So you know what? Tonight we'll see how it goes. Is it still going to be in the old port though?
Yeah, it's probably going to be in the old port. Definitely, I think it's definitely going to be there again. I mean, why wouldn't it be there?
Yeah, James P's like, hopefully it doesn't get to the point where they have to declare martial law.
Well, James. Well, here's the thing, guys. We're in Montreal, but James is in Ontario, and it's pretty much martial law there. Stay-at-home orders. You can't buy underwears. What? You can't buy anything that's not essential.
So you tell me. Sorry to cut you off. So if I was in Ottawa or Ontario. Yeah, I can't just go for a walk in the park.
I'm not sure. I think no. The way it works is stay-at-home orders, so you could only go out for essentials.
So like a grocery store.
If you're sick, you go to the hospital. If you work at the hospital, whatever. So pretty much, dude, you're not allowed to go outside. Jesus. It's what people don't realize is that that's worse than what we're doing right now. Over here, we have a curfew, but during the day, you're allowed to go to the mall. You could go to the movie theater. It's just that you have to be home at 8. Whereas over there, you don't even have an excuse to go outside. Besides getting groceries, right? And medicine and all that essential stuff, Ross said, Claudio and Jeffrey, get the paramedics on standby for Ange spicy chocolate. Yes, guys. Like I said, guys, earlier, I will be eating this really, really, really spicy chocolate. Look at the top of that chocolate. It's all red, and just the smell of it gets me. I'm dying.
James P was saying you can go out for a walk. Okay, good. So at least.
Okay. So James said you are allowed to go out for a walk. Okay, but you see, that's what I don't get about stay-at-home orders. What do you mean you could go for a walk? You know what I mean? I guess. Okay. I guess you're allowed to go out. What is it? At certain times you're allowed to go out. Like, how does that work?
I think.
Because if everybody goes outside, you could gather at the park. No, like I don't understand. But anyways, all I know is that Doug Ford is even more stricter than what's going on here. You know what I mean? And there's actually influencers. Okay. Like basically Chris Sky and others that have this Just Say No movement, hashtag Just Say No. And, they have big organizations, big followings of people that are non-compliant against the government and stuff like that. So that's why they're able to assemble with all these with big numbers. You know what I mean? So any final thoughts, guys, on the riots yesterday?
Well, I think that
go ahead.
they're children from families whose parents are either not there, they don't care, or they've given up on them.
Yeah.
And coming from underprivileged neighborhoods and have grievances, and there's there could be some like serious social problems, and maybe it's a problem with the schools they went to, and a whole mess of problems. But if this continues, it's going to make Montreal a very dangerous place, not safe to go out in the street.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, the next big story, I was actually there. I witnessed it, okay? Rebel News reporters. Now, if you guys don't know who Rebel News are, if you go on YouTube and type Rebel News, okay, they're, and I'm being honest, guys, a far-right news outlet, okay? And they're basically reporting against the lockdowns going on in Canada mainly. They're reporters from everywhere in Canada, from Edmonton, Calgary, to the Maritimes, Toronto, Montreal. They came here on an Airbnb boat. So they rented out a boat, which was on Airbnb, and it's basically a hotel for the weekend, and they stayed to watch the protests in Montreal, and they got an early surprise. They got a knock on the door of their ship, and it was two undercover police officers who wanted to raid the ship. Now, you guys know that when you want to raid a ship, when you want to raid anybody's house, anybody's business, you need a warrant, right? You need a warrant from a judge, which they didn't have. And they basically kicked out the reporters out of the boat. Obviously, the reporters were upset. Some of the reporters got arrested, okay? One of them actually spent the day in jail. He spent 60 hours in jail. Was the Menzoid, David Menzies. And basically, at the end of this, like 30, 40 cops, maybe even more, came, and there was a shouting match between the press and the police. And basically, at the end of it, they just gave them back. They gave them back the ship. They were allowed to go back on the ship. But my question is, where do you draw the line when it comes to news reporters? So, Claudio, what do you think about police intimidating news reporters?
I think what I've been thinking about this is if this was CTV or CBC or Kick My Cazzo, I think they'd be okay with it. But since this is a Rebel News, right? Since this is a news report that news reporters that do not are not with the government, they're independent.
Yeah.
Then they would have. But if this was CTV, they would not have touched them. Right, because some people would think, "Oh, you're independent news source. No one's gonna really believe you," Because CTV and CBC, they have a lot of credits. They have a lot of followers. I would say, right? So that's it. So Rebel New, well, it was Rebel TV. Is it Rebel News or Rebel TV?
Sorry, I was eating melon.
Yeah, is it?
It's Rebel News.
Yeah, Rebel. You see Rebel News, and then cops or the government, they see rebels, they automatically think, "Oh, these people are violent." But that's the thing. So all this to say is going back to what I was saying. If this was CTV, CBC, they wouldn't. This would not have happened.
Okay, guys, I want to tell you guys something. For those of you guys that don't know this, okay, I'm gonna make myself big over here. For those of you guys that don't know this, okay, the news, the media outlets are funded by the government. CTV, CBC, Global, they're funded by the government. Okay, obviously they're not gonna say stuff that goes against the agenda of the government. Why? Because why would you bite the hand that feeds you, right? So at the end of the day, Rebel News is an independent media group. They're not funded by the government. They don't get a penny from the government. Okay. Bob Joe Al Salam said, "What happened?" Okay, basically, Rebel News on YouTube. Okay, they got arrested in Montreal. Their Airbnb ship got raided, so that's what we're talking about. Okay. So basically, they ended up getting the ship back and everything, but they're probably going to get fines in the mail because the police said they weren't following the COVID-19 guidelines, mainly not wearing a mask in the ship because I guess it's like an airplane, right? So that's basically what happened. And, it was a big shouting match between the media and the police and everything. At the end of the day, I just think that they wasted their time investigating this. Like, obviously, they're going after them because they're Rebel News, right? Lady Via is in the building. What's up, Lady Via? So I just think they're going after Rebel News because they go against the government agenda, right? So
absolutely,
and they were, and that was where they were staying. So maybe they tried to disrupt them so that they would leave, get scared, and go back to Ontario or wherever they're from. That's my theory. But either way, like when it comes to the media, whether the government funded or not, like the press is like literally independent. Whenever a cop sees the press, don't touch him, don't push him, don't what do you call it? Instigate with him. He's doing his job, reporting, which is his right. It's essential, right? News is essential, right, Claudio?
Absolutely, it is. It's essential.
That's my point about that. Now, this is what I want to talk about because it's just and a lot of people. Oh, it's you, Raven. Okay, Lady Via, cool. Thank you for coming. Aaron King says, Ange, can you explain in full detail what the F you're on about? I am explaining in full detail, Mr. Aaron King. So what I was saying, guys, is that fake news, okay? What's his name? Donald Trump, okay, was saying it's fake news, it's fake news, it's fake news. Well, guys, a lot of us said Donald Trump's a bad person. A lot of us said Donald Trump needs to be, impeached. At the end of the day, though, he was right about one thing, okay? Fake news. Fake news is the problem right now today. Why? Because people, they take articles, they take news stories, they take videos, and they present an idea or like, like when a picture says 1,000 words, they take a video and they say, this happened. The police officer punched somebody. Whatever. But they don't state all the facts, right? They don't state all the facts. They don't say the whole story. So at the end of the day, you're reporting something like half-ass, right? Like they reported that a doctor died. First, he said that you shouldn't take the vaccine. He took it and then he died or something, but it's not true. He died of natural causes. So that's what I'm saying. It's really pissing me off, the fake news. Mr. Steaming says Donald Trump is fake news. Ryan Cat, the chocolate is after at the end of the live stream. If I have the chocolate now, I'm gonna be like Dudley the Dragon with all the fire. So I can't do it right now. All right. To make it look like the victim is the one to blame. Yes, that's what fake news is, guys. Fake news, like I said, they just forget all facts. That's why now they have independent fact checkers to check Instagram posts, YouTube videos. And guys, we all know that YouTube is censoring things, right? Canada is pretty much censored right now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You know what? It's actually funny that you brought that up because everything is censored, right? And not only censoring about, you got to be careful what you say, you got to be careful what you do. Also, the fact that even music, right?
Yeah.
Like apparently some music is censored on YouTube. I'm like, why? So it just comes to show, 1984, good book. Is the story going to be true? We'll find out.
Exactly. But guys, a lot of times I say stuff and like I was talking about the flat earth and people were just like upset. They were like, why are you saying fake news? But, there's a difference between fake news, and an opinion. By the way, guys, we have another co-host coming in the building. Mr. Tony Riccio, aka RoboComic, is here live from his
Tony.
car. What's up, buddy? How are you?
How are you guys?
Good, you?
We're good. We're good.
I'm parked. I'll say it straight up. I'm parked.
You're parked. Okay, you're not driving. Okay.
Because people think you drive, you do this at the same time. Like it's possible to drive like on the highway and be it's whatever. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. We just went over a few headlines, Tony. The first headline we went over was the curfew that happened yesterday. The curfew protest in the old port.
Listen, I say if you have to protest because you're mad at Largo, that damage and everything they did to companies should have been done at Largo's house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2,000 people at his house. Security guards are going to swallow them up, tie them up like that movie Ratatouille, when they tied up all the and then you break every single thing and see if he gets $5 for that $5 million house. That's what they should have done. Not innocent businesses that have to do with it. I mean, that you put and you fucking put a flamethrower and burn the whole fucking city is one thing, like they did with George Floyd, but not a little bonfire. All they were missing is fucking mellows over there. You know what I mean?
Tony, I was sitting, you know that wooden thing that caught fire? I was sitting there with my girlfriend on Saturday, and it's on fire now.
That's crazy, because if you're you throw her in the fire and just say she's a witch. But, buddy?
Oh, my God. That's too funny. So,
Claudio?
Yeah. How are you, man? No, it's been good. No, I'm having trouble with your connection.
Those rumors that I heard that you, that you weren't in Montreal no more and all that.
No. I'm still Montreal.
Somebody told me you fell in love, moved to England with a guy. I'm like, no, there's no way. I said, what England? That's what I was. Why? Instead of saying a guy, I went, why England? So that's it. I'm very depressed with you guys.
Yeah.
I don't see the stocks. I just go check and they're all crashing.
Really?
They want to get rid of gas in cars. Biden and Plount wants to put tax the kilometers. But I mean, are you going to film movies that 1960 and the cars back then used gas? What the fuck? You're going to be pushing them, hiding with ropes? How are you going to have gas? If there's no more gas on Earth, to make gas, how are you going to warm up homes all electric? Don't you need gas for electricity? Am I wrong? I don't know. Where's Shakespeare? Time, whatever, but they're not focused. This government, I don't know what they're trying to do in the world. Yeah. Because put taxes on miles too. Forget it. You can't have a taxi, an Uber. You can't have Amazon. You can't order. Companies, food stores will not get their food on time. Prices will go up because they're being taxed on kilometers. I deliver fish and meat for free. Now I'm getting 9 cents a kilometer, so it's 30 kilometers to your house. It's $2.70 more, please. More paperwork for my accountant to calculate. You know what I mean? It's all about money. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I 100% agree with you. Guys, for those of you that don't understand what we're talking about local stuff here, Montreal stuff. Our dumbass mayor is trying to tax us on how many kilometers we use every year, right?
To keep people home. You understand the whole goal? Keep everybody home, miserable. They kill themselves and then they did it on their own. So you know what? We'll save on pensions. We'll save on this. We'll save on everything. Depopulation has been the goal for the last 2 years when they started. In my opinion, they need to eliminate old people that are useless, like they say, because they're collecting pensions, they're collecting widow check, they're collecting their husband's pension. They don't pay as much when they go to restaurants, Ashdal. They don't pay as much for pills. They have too many breaks. 30, if you're 95 years old, you screwed the company for the government 30 years. What are you good for? They need the young people, like in China, they start at 5 years old, they already work 3 years. That's what they want. They want young labor workers. When you're 35, you're fit. You're dead at 45. You understand? Stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely correct. They want to get rid of all the liabilities, right, Tony? Okay, he's got his mic off. Claudio, what do you think about what Tony was saying, and also Jeffrey?
I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what Tony's saying, and you know what? words can't. I can't keep. I can't continue on that because he's absolutely right. Because it's just depressing. That's what it is. She wants to charge for kilometers. Man, get the fuck out of here. Fucking
guys, listen.
She doesn't know what she's doing. She's trying to solve a problem, but by the wrong means. And where is she getting a consultation from? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. No. Guys, the next topic I want to talk about, it's funny because it's happening right now, but cyberbullying in live streams, okay? Listen, I haven't, look, I'm not going to cry a river and say, oh, I'm getting cyberbullied. I'm not getting cyberbullied, you know what I mean? So I can't really say anything like right now. I mean, it happened in the past. It does happen. Tony is back. It does happen, but listen, I'm seeing more and more people complaining about cyberbullying. Tony, I don't know if you're getting this, but we're talking about cyberbullying right now.
Just because you bullied Claudio, you have to bring it up, right? Is that it?
No, Tony. Shane Welsh, I don't know if he's still in the building. He was like, oh, who's that? Claudio, he's dead. I don't know, like stuff like that, like random stuff. But I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about like in the last 2 years, let's say.
Because I said to Claudio, I thought you were dead, or the guy said to Claudio, you're dead?
No. There was this was before you even came in. There was a guy, Shane Welsh, and he was kind of heckling Claudio.
Claudio has been heckled when he was a baby from the doctor.
I know.
He's so used to it. That's how he gets stronger. You tell him he's horrible, he's a loser, and he comes back and he produces 7 shows. So that's Claudio. You can't put him down. He's like the Iron Man. So
Mark Robinson with a picture of Chum Lee says, if you get in cyberbullied, just close your phone. What do you think about that, Tony? Like, it's not that simple, eh?
You know what it is? There's different kind. If somebody takes a picture of a naked girl, 15 years old, and he has her spread, whatever, because he was dating her, and now he has those pictures, and if you don't do this, if you don't give me this, I'm going to show everybody. That's a sick cyberbully because you're ruining the girl. She's a whore because one time she slept with you. Give me a break. You were dating her. So you can ruin this girl for many years. She could take her life. If she takes her life, that guy needs to lose his life. Death sentence, jail, an eye for an eye. That's my opinion.
I like that.
If cyberbullying, like, Claudio, your show is gonna go bad. You're a fucking loser. You're horrible. Nobody likes you. By the way, your sister said this. He could turn around and say, "Yeah, or go for whatever." You understand? It's that's a different. It's still bullying, but turn your phone off. You can give the double whammy. Here, I'm all worried. Yeah. I got so much. Nobody knows, and Claudio knows. In 8 years, how I was used by pro comics that are still doing their garden in the backyard. That's how good they are. Okay, like a joke about a hockey stick. Listen, the thing is, I've been bullied. I've had hate email. I've been blamed for shows that producers in Montreal that produce the same ones every year blame me for lack of attention. I was in a hospital losing my leg. I wasn't even there. So my name gets thrown everywhere. So I've been cyberbullied. Never human bullied because I'm going to slap them in the face. But I've been every kind of closet bullied where they're so tough behind the keyboard. That is the best bullying you could have because in person, it's a headache. After you beat him up, he calls the cops. Even though he started, then you have to tell the cop he had a knife. It's not true. That's why I broke his face. It's just that. But I mean, if someone, I think to make it a law depends because then you can call it the same way I could call someone and say, hey, he tried to, he called me the N-word, he did it, and it's not true. You're going to get Montreal, Canada used to be innocent till proven guilty. Now we're guilty, prove your innocence. That's what's happening in the world.
Yeah, and Tony.
See 7 cop cars because somebody called yesterday. Example, I was in Mascouche. Yeah. I came out of Girard with my girlfriend. She takes off her mask. She can't breathe outside. As we're approaching we see my sister-in-law, who's dating her brother. They're in a van, both of them, sitting down with no mask. We're about a meter away, mask, my girlfriend, no mask. An old couple turns. I have the carriage that says, park, sir. No, he stops. So we continue talking, and my girlfriend goes, oh, my God, this guy's calling the cops. The old man called the cops because we were gathering 4 people. I'm too close because when I'm going to give her a birthday gift, I kind of have an artificial leg. I slipped a bit. I was breaking by 10 centimeters, and it wasn't. So he called the cops, and I was like, "What the fuck?" They never came. We left. My girlfriend saw it. We left. I told you guys, try to spread out. You don't give someone $5,000 of tickets because I would have said I'm allowed to go see my mother-in-law. She lives alone. Number one.
Yeah.
I'm handicapped. I went to lean and I missed my step. Number 2. Mm-hmm. We were there for 5 minutes and we got it only when I slipped. Where's the pictures? There's no license plate because I was parked further. She was facing him. But people have nothing to do. You're 85 years old. The only thing I said is I hope on the way home he gets a heart attack and die. That was what I said first. Then I said it's not nice to say that. But you worried about us. What about all the parks? There are fucking 18 people playing volleyball, no mask, soccer, no mask, football, no mask. Everybody's laughing, gathering, playing the tom-tom, and there's 2. How is that okay?
Exactly, guys. Like the parks are full. Like yesterday, not yesterday, Saturday, when I went to the old port, literally, it was like that. Like you have to swim through the crowd, like where the beaver tail is. You know?
Yeah, it was like normal. It existed. It was normal, like before. It was.
Me, I think the government, the police, they it's like they react. They wait till something bad happens and then they react like five days later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary, the Coronavirus Explained. And they were saying why everything happened. So they said it happened in Italy because Italy didn't close down when China closed down. It happened in America because they didn't close down when Italy closed down. So it's like a cause and effect. And why the hell do you wait till it gets bad where it's irreparable after?
Angelo?
Yeah.
Doug Ford was worth $3 million before COVID. He's worth $50 million now.
Wow.
2 months before COVID, he opens up a company. He had a company of stickers. The arrows pointing COVID this, COVID that.
Yeah.
He made. Legault owns share vaccine companies. The Wuhan was accused of making the virus, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Wuhan is owned by a company who the real owners is Pfizer.
Yeah.
So when you start asking yourself all these things, it makes a little bit of sense why this could be bullshit. But people dying, my grandmother died, my mom. I understand. Mm-hmm. I lost people too. Yeah. Most of them have medical conditions. Yeah, but I know healthy people that died. Really? Who? The boxer, Maurice Hagler? That guy Zeus in wrestling?
Yeah.
These guys with cocaine when they were younger, alcohol. Maybe it had an effect, maybe not. But then you have Brazil. He's like, I'm not shutting down the economy, but 4,000 people are dying a day.
Yeah.
So that's wrong, but what's wrong is this. In the world, every 5 people die, 1 is born at the hospitals.
Yeah.
Brazil, the only country where 4 are born, 1 die, or 5. They're overpopulated.
Okay.
And now they're wise. You see what I'm saying?
So, okay, I understand exactly what you're saying, okay? And this is, I have this banner because I wanted to talk about this. In Brazil, guys, what's the population, Tony, around, roughly, of Brazil?
300 million, they have no vaccines. They have 8 million vaccines.
Wow. Okay, so there's 300 million people. They're all bunched up together. They have very, very low standard of living. Like most of the people are living in those cabanos. You know those cabanos?
Catch's family is loaded. They have security guards there. That's how rich. But the old people are dying. First of all, they don't tell you in the news. They say 4,000. Yeah. 99% are old. No offense. They're old like here, like the old folks' homes. You're not seeing any Ronaldos, anybody in soccer players. Healthy people have a better chance of survival. It's a known fact. I'm not making it up. We got to just protect the old people, no matter which country, more. Not the hospital staff are infecting the hospitals. There's 136 in Quebec hospital staff workers that are infected. They didn't get it from the patients. They gave it to the patients. That's what people don't understand. Mm-hmm. People are taking the vaccine. Sorry, people are taking the vaccine because there's a virus, right? No, there's a virus. They're taking the vaccine. So they're not taking the vaccine because they say, oh, you know what? I want this virus to go away. No, I want to take a vaccine so I can travel, so I can make back to normal life. You're supposed to take the vaccine because you want this virus to go away, not have to travel. So once again, humans are thinking about themselves. You understand? Yeah. Shoot the old lady so we can continue at the old folks' homes like normal. the problem is going to be there. They're still going to be underfed. That one's still going to die of dehydration. They're not fixing. You're putting a Band-Aid on a dam that blow up of water. What the fix the folks homes properly, the staff properly, check. I haven't gotten a pistol in the head when I go to Rosemount Hospital. It's 6 months and I go once a month. They don't do that no more. I'm like, what happened?
Guys, the situation in the hospitals, it didn't happen this year. It didn't happen last year. I'm talking about the situation in the hospitals in Montreal. It's been 10 years that the hospitals have been overloaded and overwhelmed.
I think even more. But
probably even more. You know what? It's probably even more. It's probably my whole lifetime. But, you see, in Brazil, guys, I wanted to go back to that. The standards of living are lower. There's more people have to eat, right? And the resources are very scarce there. In the hospitals, they don't have the medical equipment like we have over here, right?
Exactly.
It's the same thing in Italy. The hospitals there, they're outdated. Like the hospital, like the general over here and stuff like that. They're outdated. They don't have the equipment. They don't have the doctors. They don't have the beds. If you notice, there's a shitload of people on stretchers like this. Like, they're going to die, guaranteed, right? The situation in Brazil is getting so bad, okay? It's around 4,000 a day. It hit 4,000 the other day. That they're exhuming bodies, okay? Yeah. They're exhuming bodies from graveyards to put the new ones that are dying. That's how bad it is.
Exactly.
You remember at the beginning? Do you remember at the beginning they were saying when you couldn't go visit the person who passed away, not only one member because COVID. When the person is dead, you can't catch COVID, but they were still blocking us from going and see the dead, the wake.
Yeah.
Why? Now they're burning the bodies. Excuse me. You're guaranteed by burning or exhuming bodies there's no COVID? No, it's old bodies. Okay, but I just find that I think what really happened is the world got hit unready, unexpectedly. The rushes at the hospital, it could be measles. All of a sudden, everybody has measles. We all rush to the hospital. The nurses panic because for many weeks they were texting and had nothing to do. All of a sudden, there's so much work and they all have burnouts. Yes, they're overworked. They can't hire new nurses. Why? We're going to hire 15 new nurses. Vacation pay, benefits, this, that, and all of a sudden, the pandemic goes away. What do you do with those 14 you don't need no more? You pay them chômage.
Exactly.
It's a lot of money.
Well, Tony,
overwork the nurse you have.
Tony, there's actually an update with the hospital because I work at the hospital, and there's actually an update with the vaccine. I'm going to let you know about that in a bit. Claudio and Jeffrey, I just want to hear your opinions on the Brazil situation. Like, what do we have to do here to correct the situation?
Honestly, I think at this point, just let it go. Because look, obviously you can see shutdowns here are not working. What else can you do? That's the thing. What else can you do?
Up there, bro. Bring the World Cup to Brazil. See how it
goes.
Exactly.
I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? Bring an event there. Everyone's gonna forget. Just like, and you know what? Like in the States, for example, did you know, like Tampa Bay, everything is going back like for WrestleMania that was on this weekend. It was full.
Texas, Florida.
Yeah. So go ahead, man. At this point for Brazil.
Anyways, this is the update, Tony. The hospital workers, they just made a decree, okay? They literally made a decree. I'm talking about in Quebec. I don't know if it's ER or ICU, but I'm pretty sure what they're trying to do now is
tell ICU people, too, bro.
It's ICU?
ICU, no, ICU too.
Oh, you see me too. Okay. Anyways, they're pretty much making a mandate to get vaccinated or you could be put on an unpaid leave. That was the latest that we heard today. I got vaccinated, so like I said, I don't have to worry about that. There's a lot of people that that personally don't want to get vaccinated and stuff, but they're saying that they have the power to do that now.
Last week, okay, I'm sorry to cut you off because I'm driving out, but last week, you're ready for this? I delivered in Villassal, and my friend Brianni, she's from St. Vincent, the island.
Okay.
Her mom lives there. When I went to bring her 2 pounds of shrimp, she goes, I just got off the phone with my mom, who works in a hospital. And in St. Vincent, 10 days ago, the government passed a law. If you don't get vaccinated, you lose your job. No questions asked.
Wow.
And my girlfriend said, oh, it's going to come here. I said, what are you, crazy? We're not St. Vincent. If they do it, it's coming here. You cannot go to the pharmacy and get your medication. You cannot buy groceries because they can't force you to take it. But they can force you to not go into public places unless you have it. So you can't sue them in court because they're not forcing you. Stay home. Order online. My girlfriend goes, that's the future. Order everything online. Except for you, it's more difficult and stuff that you can get food poisoning. But order anything, ice cream. Don't use dry ice. They want people home. It reminds me kind of like martial law, where you get out, you get shot, like in South Korea kind of thing. Curfew, everybody home. So there was a guy called Jared that everybody thought he was crazy. He's a mental case, but he's predicted everything. His close friends stopped talking to him because he sounds like he's retarded when he says things. Sorry about using the word retarded. But now he's making sense, because the next thing that's supposed to be is June, July. You're not going to be getting your fruits, your vegetables, your milk, your food. There's a shortage. I don't know what they're going to say. Use the environment. We're protecting the environment, so we have to stop all gas. Trucks can't come. There's no food coming into it. I don't know. Somebody said The Purge. Something about The Purge, the movie. I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, yesterday it was like The Purge. Let me tell you.
Rob Jeffrey because he's Jewish and he's loaded. No, we're not going to rob people.
I wish.
What are you
I
gonna,
wish I was.
So what are you going to buy? Nothing. But Klaus' fridge is full. So we're going to break in and take food. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen if things go really bad June, July like they predicted. So far, they predicted everything. Why would they be wrong on that?
Yeah. That's and you know what? What do you got to say about this, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, what do you got to say about this purge situation going on?
Well, I think it was poor planning right from the start, and it's always the case. You have a small number of people that are only self-interested, only for their interests, and 90 and the rest, 95 or 98% of the other population is like, okay, do nothing for them. And Bolsonaro it's a fascist government.
Yeah.
And the people there, it's like in last January, February, before the quarantine, and we know there's a pandemic. After they announced the pandemic, we know there was a pandemic in the world. Mm-hmm. But before the quarantine, they're all partying, they're hugging and kissing each other, and it was like, it's a different kind of culture.
Listen, there's going to be a purge in the U.S., guys. In America, there'll be a purge if Derek Chauvin doesn't go to jail. Basically, if he gets acquitted, there's going to be a.
Oh my God! Which city is it? The courtroom, like where are they doing the?
I don't know where they're doing the court for Derek Chauvin, but it must be Minneapolis, no?
Yes, I think so.
They know where he lives. Remember, they were outside his house. That cop there, they know where he lives. Yeah. Guaranteed. There's bricks, matches. They're burning his house with whoever's inside. His kids better be protected. Mm-hmm. There's guns in the States. See, last night over here, 2,000 people. If 1,000 had a gun, the police were dead. Those 200 cops were going to be. They were dead. They were going to shoot back. It was going to be.
They were literally. Yeah. They were literally so busy with getting the protesters, they didn't even send the fire truck towards the fire. Did you see that?
Yeah. They're waiting, babe. They're waiting. I said, waiting. How come they're not doing nothing? They're waiting for one move, and then they're all going to charge. They had their sticks out. We had bottles. People were throwing bottles. They're lucky because bottle with a thing inside, light it up, throw it, is a cocktail. If 700 cocktails are coming at you, police or not, somebody's gonna burn like a fucking chicken over there because you're putting at the crowd. The lady there did nothing to you. How do you? They have masks, they have hoodies, they're throwing cocktails at you, they're throwing rocks at you, regular bottles, pellet guns hurt. Okay, they're dry, but real gun in there, somebody shoots, it's gonna be like the scene of the Warriors when they killed the gang leader. The Warriors did it. Someone's going to shoot a cop. They're all going to look around. It wasn't me. How are you going to control that? That's why Legault is stuck now. Yeah. Because if he takes away the curfew and listens to these guys and gives in, anytime in the future they don't like something, they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So he has to stand still and say, try it again. You're going to see. We're going to send in National Guard and they're all going to shit their pants. Because when the cops came, they all left. I thought people were going to stay there 1,000 and fight the cops one.
They just ran away after the curfew.
No, at 9 o'clock, whenever, when the cops charged, they ran. That's when they had to stay there and fight. Yeah. Get her stay. 4 or 5 on a cop. he ain't gonna take out his gun. They're gonna take out a gun and shoot him in the leg. So that's why it could have got nasty. But over here, we pots and pans. That's what we do. In
that's
the
what I'm
States,
saying.
my
Like,
friend,
yeah.
do that in Detroit after the murder. It's gonna be bad, man. They have a choice to put him in jail. All the proof is there. The fire people spoke. If they acquit him, then listen, Johnny Cochran died. They don't have that lawyer. You know what I mean? If he's innocent, I'm willing to say CNN for the next 5 days, you're going to be watching riots, horrible things, my friend.
Absolutely.
And it's so wrong because one person could ruin the world. One white guy, put him in jail. Put him in a white jail. Put him on Epstein, and that's still alive.
I don't even know why the guy has a trial. I mean, it is the law. That's the way it works. But, like, it's just the evidence is just, like there was a fireman that wanted to help George Floyd, and he said no. You know what I mean? Like,
but then the police did the same thing. Apparently, the cop was getting bit, so he started punching the guy in the face. Listen, I prefer if he was going to bite him back.
Really?
Bite him back, and then you could say, he bit me, I bit him back. But you're punching the guy in the face, choking him when 8 cops are holding it.
Yeah.
It looks brutal on camera.
Yeah.
And people, if you got bit, you don't do that. You're a professional. Hey, those guards that protect the queen there with that buffalo hat, like they're in the Flintstones. You know those. They get trained not to make any. You ever see them? They're trained like this.
Yeah.
No matter what. Shit, they don't say a word, and there's also somebody comes after and tells you to leave them alone. They're trained. The cop got bit. He should have go like this to show the camera, and then give the guy a punch in the face. They were gonna say, "Look, he got bit. Good for him. He bit him. He got a punch." But the way he did it looks so bad. I don't care. He got bit. You punched him. You choked him. He happens to be non-white, Latino, whatever he was, Arab. It looks bad.
Guys, we have a non-masker in the building, by the way. Sorry, Tony, for cutting off. We have a non-masker that says, "I don't care if it isn't safe. It's none of your business. I have the right to breathe." Okay, that's one thing. And then he says, "I don't care if you own a private business. I have the right to enter without a mask. You don't tell me what to do. My face, my rules." What do you guys think?
Who wants to go first? Because I could go first. I don't mind.
You know what? Let's go to Claudio. Claudio, go ahead.
You know what, Mark? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I hope because there's people people who think that like they would come in my if someone comes in my face and tries to take off my mask, I'll be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? But hey, it's your rules. You want to do what you do, but you gotta accept the consequences. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not here to tell. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do. But if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
Tony, are you getting a ticket? I hear the sirens.
People, wait, you have the right to go through red lights. When an ambulance is there, just go, man. I need a siren on this car.
Oh my God.
You want me to take the 2 minutes for that guy that wants to walk into my store with no mask?
Yeah, what do you got to say about that, Tony?
Go ahead.
If it's my store, and you come in my store and you're a regular client, that we have a friendship, you're going to put your mask, obviously, if there's people in the store. If you're alone, a jogger this morning was jogging, this beautiful girl jogging with a mask. I felt like, are you you don't trust yourself? Oh, there's nobody around. You have a mask jogging. You're a retard. Again, it came out. But if you're alone in my store, take off your mask. Take off your clothes. But if a person comes in, an elderly person or a normal person, you keep your 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, stand in the corner. You don't need your mask. If you're going to go next to her, slouch over and take a fruit of the person, put your mask, because if that person gets sick and they die because of you, because I've seen it when I was in the hospital, that lady that was next to me in bad shape, they came to me to do physio. I said, don't make her do physio. You can't train with COVID. She got rushed and she ended up dying 2 days later. I called it and they're idiots. And I told them the first time I saved her, they canceled the physio. Whatever. So you have your right. It's my air. It's my lungs. The mask is no good for you. There's chemicals that are going to kill you. But when you have a toothache, you go get an antibiotic needle from the dentist. Mm-hmm. We have a virus. The vaccine is supposed to be the antibiotic. I don't think that the Astro whatever is bad. I think Pfizer and Moderna are the big boys that are doing it on purpose to put the other little guy out because it costs peanuts to make that one, and the other ones you need a refrigeration, and they're corrupt. This guy decides to have a good one, and he's getting pushed out of the way because it costs peanuts. Put him out. Put him out. Same way they did to Trump. For 4 years, they talked so bad about the guy. No matter what he did, he's bad. They're doing a vaccine because they cured the problem of, and it is approved in Canada. Where last week they said it's not approved by Canada. It is. We found out it is. So media is not helping the situation with that. The stock market died because of those poor guys getting blasted. So the vaccine. If you don't want to wake up with a third testicle, fine, but don't smoke in people's face. You're not allowed to smoke on a terrace. You want to be a cowboy and smoke on a terrace, you might get a ticket.
Yeah.
You're allowed. Nobody will call the cops on you because you're smoking on a terrace. Good. Don't wear a mask. I take out my mask in Walmart. If they come up to me and say, hey, I lost my leg, I have medical problems, you want to see my letter? And I open my bag. Okay, say, boo. But I don't keep it off. I take it out. I go like this because I hate the mask. I'm alone. I take a zip because whenever I buy something, I take a zip, I drink, I put it back. Look how stupid the law is. Me and Jeffrey work together, example, in the same office. 10 feet away, we both have to have a mask all day. But lunchtime, we take it out to eat. We're right next to each other, touching shoulders. Bro,
it doesn't make sense.
Does it make sense? So,
by the way,
Mark, no problem. Just other people might talk, but I would let you in. Yeah.
And you know what he said? He said, he said, that's why I'm glad the Texas governor removed the COVID restrictions. And then he said, I am going to your business to spend money. If you don't want to enter, you're the one that loses.
Nobody said don't enter. If there's people in line, you're not going to be able to get in because someone there is going to punch you in the face, start a fight, because that's what you don't have a mask, right? But if you're alone, I could care less. I went into a depot, I forgot my mask. I put my jacket like this. The guy goes, it's okay. He has no mask behind. So I said, Jesus, it depends. You know, and it was the first but a client between me and you. I mean, if I would disinfect the counter, everything like a lot after you leave. But we can't go crazy. That's the problem. There's 1,600 cases. How many died today? Do they tell you how old the people are? Because this is the same thing that's happening in the second wave and the first wave. Sick and old people are dying. We're just called it a wave.
We're never going to compare to the amount of people that died in the first wave. Why? Because most of the people that were going to die, most of the elderly, the ones with the medical conditions, have died in the first wave. That's why there was so many deaths, right? Now we have protective equipment. We know more about what's going on. The deaths are very little. You know?
Yeah, we learned a little bit. Yes.
The deaths. I'm talking about in Canada. I'm not talking about in Brazil. I'm not talking about in Italy, India, whatever. I'm talking about in Canada. So every place is different. It affects them more, right?
Yeah. For some reason, like you said before, the equipment, the medical, maybe their wait is longer. They don't take things serious. I don't know. But Manitoba, Ontario, Alberta, Canada, we learned a little bit, so we saved a couple of older people. But don't forget, 2 years later, the people that were 80 are now 82. So there's always old people. So they don't want the outbreak to get crazy. Because if you're hitting 4,000 cases a day, we might have 80 people dying a day. But at 1,006, we're at 10. So do the math, right? 4 times the amount of 40 people. And if you get, 3% in Quebec, the death rate?
Probably.
If 8 million, the whole population of Quebec, gets infected, 240,000 die. That's news. That's really bad. Like if everybody would catch it on percentage, it's 240,000 that die. That, you wouldn't leave your house, bro. You would be living with a cop. That's, it could get really crazy. So they're trying to stop that. But they're making mistakes. You're allowed gathering 8 people. With masks outside, 10, 250 was allowed in churches. I didn't even know that. They went back down to 20. Why is a church which is closed, poor ventilation because churches are not renovated, a lot of them, 250 people is allowed, and me, my mother-in-law, and her son, you have to give me a ticket. So the Quebecers are waking up, not against the virus, because most of them don't believe they're waking up on the rules that are a bit not making sense, like my sentence. You understand? Yeah. It's like you can go see one person. Could they come to your house? When I asked in October, could my mother-in-law come over? She's alone. No, she could. The hospital there didn't know what to answer me. 2 days later, Legault, because his mom's alone, said yes, you're allowed to visit, so he allowed it. It should have been done right away. So he's learning as he goes. He's asking his accountant for medical advice. Are you fucking serious? Dubé, the guy's an accountant. They're asking the what's his name? That guy, Portuguese.
Aruda.
He could talk, but Legault's talking, and then he turns around and says, wait a second, make them talk and then ask you something.
But that's the
he
thing,
shouldn't
Tony.
be doing.
That's the thing, Tony. It's like, look, at the beginning, we're believing everything they're saying. They're telling us to stay inside. Lockdown works, which it doesn't.
Because everybody was dying or shitting our pants.
Yeah, but I'm saying, it's like, how do you want us to believe delusional people? That's the thing. And now we're a lot of us are stuck on the fence, whether to keep doing what they're saying or to fight back. And now there's a lot more people fighting back, especially the small businesses that have nothing to lose right now.
Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. So, Claudio, I want to ask you something. Do you think it's worth it to have the Grand Prix in Montreal this year? You think it could happen with the virus and everything?
You know what? Because well, actually, we were talking about this, right? We are talking about a guy that we had on 3 Men in the podcast, and he said by June or July everything should, and I'm emphasizing on the word should be okay. So I'm hopeful. I hope by June or July everything's gonna go back to the way it was. So to answer your question, is there going to be a Grand Prix in Montreal? Hopefully.
Look, I'm sure, Jeffrey, you got a lot to say, right? You've been in Montreal for 60 years, but I want to say my own part first. Do I think there should be a Grand Prix in Montreal? If you're thinking about the economy and you're thinking about bringing tourism to Montreal, I agree with you. We should have the Grand Prix. But if you're trying to, and especially the mayor, right? If you're trying to promote that you want the COVID to go away, you want us to stay home, you don't want big crowds, then why do you want the Grand Prix to happen?
Exactly.
That's what I don't understand. You see this contradiction that's going on constantly.
Mm-hmm.
This contradiction, it's like, I don't know what to believe. I don't know which side I'm on anymore. The anti-maskers, the maskers, the lockdown guys, the non-lockdown. It's almost 2 years that I'm just like, okay, me, I understand. I work at everything. I'm an essential worker. I mean, yes, my mind is going. But there's people here in the chat around the world, everywhere, that their mental health is like reduced to like the size of like a quarter of a peanut. Like they're losing it, and you see it going on in the streets, right? And it's normal. I mean, if you're cooped up for over a year, you're not going to be very happy. Your job has been taken away from you. You cannot see your friends. You cannot see your family. You have to wear a mask 23 hours of the day. You know what I mean? Like literally, we don't realize, but we're shaving off our life. We're shaving off years out of our life, I believe, at least. Some doctors will tell you that the mask doesn't really do anything, doesn't really affect you, like it doesn't affect your being. But the thing about a medical mask, guys, a medical mask, you use it when you're going next to a patient or you're going next to someone who's contagious, right? But to wear it all day, like as if it's a hat, to me, at least, it can't be good.
No,
like you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like literally closing your lungs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. Ange, you're absolutely. I agree with your point. You're absolutely right. I think by June there won't be enough people still immunized to have an event like Grand Prix, to have the mass gathering at the scale of what would be with the Grand Prix. In June, they're only starting. Like people in your age group will be just starting to get the first vaccine, the first shots.
Yeah.
So it's still too early, and I don't see how they're going to get a lot of tourism like from Europe. I don't see how a lot of people are going to want to come with the way things are now. So
mega shout out, guys, to Dark Resonator for the super chat. I do appreciate it, guys. If you want to support the channel, you could send a super sticker. You could buy some of our merch. By the way, guys, we're having the Day Show merch. It's coming out soon. I'll let you know when it's available. We're going to have new Ange TV Show merch available. And as usual, we have the Unknown t-shirts. I don't have it on me right now, but I'm going to be wearing it tomorrow on the Unknown. We are covering the secrets of Antarctica. So don't you forget that. Guys, Ange is awesome. Thank you very much, Dark Resident. I appreciate it. Guys, like I said, your support, it keeps the investigation, it keeps the news, it keeps the channel going. It gives us wheels. So thank you very much for that. You guys are really amazing people. And also, Dark Resonator said he will match any donation anybody gives. He will match it. Okay, so this is, if you're looking to support me and everybody else on the channel, now's the time to do so. Thank you very much for that, Dark Resonator. So guys, I have a few other topics here. DMX dies at 50. Okay. Claudia, were you a DMX fan?
Honestly, I liked his acting because his acting was awesome and entertaining. So he did a few movies with Steven Seagal, Jet Li. He actually came out with a movie, I think it was last year, the year before, with Steven Seagal and Johnny Mesner. And you know what? Just listening to DMX, it was, you know. As you mentioned before we went live, DMX is not the kind of guy to talk about, yo, I got my bitches got what? Everybody what? Like DMX was a kind of guy who was like, everybody in the room say what? And then he's like he's the kind of guy, especially like one of my favorite DMX songs, like X is gonna give it to you. I'm gonna and then he uses the dog's barks as as calling as saying the word bitch. But oh my god, DMX, like every time, and then I saw his little concert that he's done, and then I just love it how he goes, oh, Jesus is gonna be with us tonight. What? I'm like, yo, man, what the fuck is this guy talking to, man? But no, DMX always had like lights, and as I mentioned, man, especially in the movies. Oh man, like I see scene, I think it was in Cradle to the Grave, right? He has to fight Jet Li, and he's like, "What? We're gonna hit bitches up in here." I'm like, "Yo, man, why is this guy so energetic about trying to fight a guy who's potentially gonna kick his ass?" You know? But no, honestly, DMX because he even said it, and before we continue, sorry if I'm holding on to this, but
it's okay.
There's a moment where DMX, I don't know if everyone here saw an interview. He goes, I'm ready to die right now. If God and I made peace, I'm ready to go. Like, so that's what I thought it was. I believe DMX made his peace. And he's ready. At 50. Again, it's really sad, but it's life.
I have my opinions on it as well, guys. I just want to tell you something, guys. I'm a 90s baby. I was born in 1992. What? I grew up listening to DMX, guys. X gonna give it to you. He gonna get, he had that raspiness in his voice that was really a characteristic. Like, it was unique about him, which everybody loved. He had the Rough Riders. He had so many. He had, Lord, give me a sign. Like, a lot of the songs, he talked about the Bible. And he didn't say, oh, I got a Ferrari, and I got these bees, and I got this and that, the women, and this, that, whatever. He didn't really talk about that stuff. He just focused on putting out good music. And it's something that we don't see right now. The flow, okay? We don't see rappers with flow anymore, okay? I mean, Young Boy, you have Tekashi 6ix9ine, Gumba, Go, Gooba, Gaba, Giba. Like, just names that a baby came up with. I actually listen to Tech Nine because I find it funny, but you cannot compare it to when I was growing up, the 90s, the early 2000s, 50 Cent, the Wu-Tang Clan, Jay-Z was so good, Nas,
RZA.
Even T.I. was a pretty good rapper, but now it's like, there's a couple of good rappers and everything, but guys, it's not the time for rap. I think we could all agree it's not the time for rap right now. It's not the mainstream music right now, right?
Look, to be honest with you, it's because I'm trying to find an answer to this, and there's not really an answer to this. It's music, right? People enjoy any kind of music that they want, So again, who are we to say, oh, this music is good, we gotta listen to this? No, man, everyone listens to whatever they want. Again, it's not the lyrics that make you. It's how you were raised. I remember DMX was saying that. He goes, "Oh, it's not the lyrics that you got to listen to. It's the family that you grew up in, dog." And I'm like, "Oh, god damn, all right, man. I'm taking DMX's words seriously." But no, that's the thing. Even and again and I'm tying this to what DMX saying with the Montreal protester. Like, hear me out. This is gonna be a bit weird, okay? And it all goes back to who you grew up with, where. Look, anyone could grow up in a bad place or a good place, and they're still gonna end up being who they are. But it's your parents or parent that have to teach you to say rioting is wrong, racism is wrong, cyberbullying is wrong. It's all about respect, and that's what people need. And listening to a lot of DMX songs, you know, that's what it means. It's about humble. It's about respect. It's about family. It's about, you know, giving yourself a second chance. It's about, you know, making that second or third chance. It's about forgiveness, you know, and it's about strength. And it's about unity. Actually, this is what we're lacking of this lockdown, by the way, which I'm also going to talk about in 3 Minutes in a podcast on Wednesday night. It's about unity. It's about coming together. And again, this all goes back to what DMX was saying about unity, and it's about protest. Protest is not really about unity. Protest is a bunch of fucking idiots who just think, oh well, you know what, I'm gonna go ride. Why are you gonna go ride? Like people don't think about the afterthought. And every time I listen to a DMX song, I was saying that what is going to be the afterthought of my consequence if I want to go punch someone in the face? What is going to become my consequence if I do this? You know, because a lot of people think about doing the action, but they don't think about the consequence. So that's where I'm going with this.
Perfect. I just want to give a quick shout out, guys, to Dark Resonator. He is now a member of the channel. Thank you very much for your support. Guys, you can be a member today. All you have to do is click that join button. When we get to 10 members, we will have a special live stream web series. Okay, it's going to be called The School of Ange. Okay, it's going to be a motivational web series. I'm really looking forward to it. If you're on Facebook, guys, you could always immigrate over to YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Not miss a second of the content. And you could become a member on YouTube. It's only on YouTube to become a member. I don't have an actual Patreon set up, but I do have memberships on YouTube. And you basically get that nice little looking symbol on your name, like Dark Resonator has. He has a yellow symbol, which means he has been a member for at least, I believe, 3 or 4 months, which is great. And it's only 99 cents to support the channel. It's an amazing thing, guys. Okay, so like I said, DMX died, but there's also somebody else that died. Prince Philip died at 99 years old. I think we all saw this coming. Listen, guys, I'm not going to get caught up too much on the royal family. Why? Because I just don't think they should get any more press than they have, or any more attention. And also for the scandals that they did and everything. Listen, I'm not bowing and throwing flowers at the royal family, guys. Most people in Quebec, vive le Québec libre. They don't really care about the royal family. As a matter of fact, when the royal family came to Quebec, they actually like spat on them. Like they said, get out of here. Do I care? I mean, I care that somebody died, and when a person dies, you care about that person. Do I care that it's the royal family? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? And Prince Philip, he's having a private funeral, guys. He's not having a state funeral because he actually said he wanted a private funeral, and also because of COVID-19 restrictions. And then they're saying, is the family that flies in to the funeral gonna quarantine? You know what I mean? Like it goes back to why do they get away with stuff and we have to follow the rules? Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the royal family, guys. I'm not a big fan of their scandals, their stupidities, you know, and I really don't care. Yes, I'm in Canada and technically they own our ass. Okay, good for them. But, you know, I'm not really buying that. What do you guys got to say about
I agree with you, Ange. You know, I agree with your point of view, and I feel the same. And this really, the royal family represents colonialism, imperialism. Yeah. Which is understandably why, like in Quebec, you know, the Quebec, if you're Quebec, you're Quebecois, it says, well, you know, we're independent, you know, and then we don't want to have anything to do with the colonial rule. So, and it really calls into question again the usefulness of the monarchy. Like for UK, do they really need the monarchy? What relevance does monarchy and Commonwealth have still in today's world? And it really opens up a lot for discussion and debate, you know. So I mean, he was getting very old. He was sick for a long time, and so it's very sad for the family. You can understand, but I mean, this like royal worship, monarchical worship in the UK is not very healthy. And I read this article. This is like really strange and funny, but there's this island in the South Pacific where they're worshiping Prince Philip like a god. Really? And they show this guy, the guy from a tribal member, holding a picture of Prince Philip, and they raised him to a statue. That was their god. I mean, this totally ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, I listen. Again, I agree with what you're both are saying. Listen, it's like a death like any other. And again, why does he need the royal treatment like everyone else does, right? And for example, even Andrew were bringing it up too. So let's say like if we're invited to go to Prince Charles's, Prince Philip's, funeral. Do we have to quarantine? So that's the thing, right? That's what I want to know. Like since because you're a royal, you're going to a royal family, are you going to be exempt? So that's the thing. Listen, he died, and again, he also did a lot of racist stuff. He said a bunch of racist stuff, sexist stuff. So I'm like, listen, the person's dead. I'm sorry. Does he? I'm sorry to say this, but everybody dies, and again, my heart goes out. Well, no, my heart really doesn't go out to the royal family, but I'm just saying it's like in every other Joe Schmo every single day. And you know what? Whether you're rich or poor, you're still going to be buried in the same fucking ground. So don't give me that high moral thing of saying, oh, he's going to be paid. No. No, you're poor, you're going in the ground. You're rich, you're going to go in the ground. So slack off of that. Oh, he deserves respect around the world. No, man. It's like any other person. If someone who's not famous dies, they won't know about it. So there we go. That's my thing.
That's right. But guys, there's another thing that happened today. Not today, but this week. The Rock Hill shooting. Okay. An ex-NFL player murdered 5 people. Okay. Was a doctor, I think 2 of his grandchildren, his wife, and he also killed himself. All right. Yeah. So, like I said last week, I said there's probably going to be another shooting. Guess what? Another one. Okay, so far we did the day show for 3 weeks? And we have 3 shootings back to back in 3 weeks. So when is this going to end, guys? I mean, Biden is he's putting legislation. But like realistically, when is this going to end, these shootings over here?
Never. It's never going to end, dude. It's never going to end. It's a repetitive cycle. So say whatever you want. It's never going to end. We're going to hear a lot of these stories.
Like, apparently they analyzed the brain of the player. I can't remember his name. It escapes me, guys. I don't know if I have the article here. No, I don't. But they analyzed the brain. And usually when they analyze the brain of these people, it's that of like an 80-year-old man, right? So it's like a beat up brain, warped brain.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So clearly it's mental health. It's something to do with mental health.
Oh, yeah. And he's a football player too. So you know how many scaffs across the head he got?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, an 80-year-old brain, at one point he just snapped. He's like, I can't take this anymore. And goes around and it's normal. I mean, no, it's not normal, but it's something psychological. And again, Ange, we're going to hear a lot of these stories. Because mental health. I mean, mental health right now. Look where it's at. And I don't want to be some guy saying it's the government's fault. I don't want to be some guy. Which is partially is part of the government. But at some point, people are like, hey, you got to do whatever it takes. Yeah, but there's only some point, right? So again, I'm not saying what the guy did was, I'm not saying that. I'm totally not saying that. But what I'm saying is that at some point everybody's gonna snap. See, and if I could actually go on for like 2-3 minutes on this, because I think it's very important. So everybody has their moments, right? Everybody does whatever they want to do, and then at the end, patience is a virtue, right? Well, you can't. Well, if you keep, again, I'm not saying this. I'm gonna fix my mic email. Perfect. I'm not saying that it's the government's fault, right? Everybody has mental issues. Everybody goes through hard times. We just even the people closest to us, right? They may go through some stuff, but at the end of the day, something is gonna snap. That little thing or that big thing is gonna snap, and you are going to lose it, right? Now, how people lose it different ways, but this person we're talking about now, or currently, he went through football. He God knows that he also may have gone through some racial moments.
Yeah.
So then, in the end, he finally stopped. Look, for example, okay, let's say bullies are bullying you, right? At some point, are you not gonna snap and punch them in the face and fight them off?
Yeah, exactly. This is
Exactly.
interesting, guys. Ziki said I was looking for World News Live and you popped up. That's really amazing. That's really good news, guys. So that means that we're getting drawn into the world news section, which that's what we do here, guys. We talk about world news and we also talk about local news here where we live in Montreal, guys. And if you don't know where that is, guys, Montreal is in Canada. Okay, no, this is not a joke because there's a lot of people from all around the world.
Yeah.
So we're from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Quebec is the province. In Canada, we have provinces, which is like a state in the United States. So Ziki, welcome to the family. You could be a member for only 99 cents, Ziki. You could become a member. And when I hit 10 members, I said I'm doing a new web series called The School of Ange. And I will be giving motivational live streams every week for you guys based on my journey and based on what I have acquired. So thank you very much for your support again, guys. And welcome to the family, Ziki. Nice to see you. Guys, we're talking about our last topic for the day. WrestleMania 37. Now, calm down, okay? I am not a huge wrestling guy. Do I like wrestling? Yes. Have I watched it recently? No. Did I watch it when I was small? Yes, okay? I know the wrestling of the days of Kane, the days of The Undertaker, the days of Bubba Ray Dudley, Jeff Hardy, like the golden days of, I think it was the WWF.
I could go back even further than that and tell you when I was practically raised on wrestling. My father loved it. And since I was 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old, I used to wrestle with a friend. We were little kids in this kid's basement while watching the wrestling. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how popular it was with Edouard Carpentier and the Bouchard brothers and the Jean Ferré and all these different characters, Vachon and it was
Jacques
such a show.
Jacques Rougeau was a big pioneer in Quebec here.
Yeah.
But guys, who watched the WrestleMania? Claudia, did you watch WrestleMania?
I saw him. Yeah, I saw both nights. It was Saturday and Sunday nights. It was actually, I wasn't a fan of the Saturday night, but I was a fan of last night because last night you had the Fiend, aka Bray Wyatt, you had Edge, you have Roman Reigns, you had all these it was beautiful. But Saturday night was a bit. I was not a fan of mine, but there's one wrestler that I love, and he's Bray Wyatt, and he's the Fiend. He's not a really good wrestler. Don't get me. I'm just saying he's not a really good wrestler, but he's good as an entertainer. So if you understand who Bray Wyatt is, you understand what I'm talking about. That he made the show for me last night, his entrance, and it was phenomenal. The Hardy Boys are split up. I think Jeff Hardy is with WWE and Matt Hardy is with AEW.
Really?
It was so I'm like, oh man, they're gonna make an appearance, but then people were telling me no, they split. I'm like,
so Jeff Hardy was supposed to appear last night or something?
No, because they usually appear as guests, but last night they didn't appear. But you know what? Without them, like nonetheless, it was great. I mean, Sunday night was great. Saturday was okay.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it was virtual, right, Claudio?
No,
it wasn't virtual.
The crowd was filled. It was in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, right.
Crowd was filled live.
How many people? About 40,000.
What does a regular stadium hold?
Where is it? What's it called? The stadium?
Oh,
St.
fuck.
Pete's or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
It's still around Pete's Arena or something like that?
Yeah, Pete's Arena. Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was filled.
Did everybody have masks on or what?
Nope.
No masks?
There were a few, but everyone was vaccinated already. And the wrestlers
that's beautiful. No,
and the wrestlers didn't even wear masks. Well, except for the Fiend because he has a mask, so he was. But everyone else was there. Man, like they were fighting.
Big Spooky B said there was 100,000 people at the WWE WrestleMania last night.
Oh yeah. It was full. Like it's
without masks. by the way, guys.
Without masks. Without masks.
Why? Because they're vaccinated, right? Where we live here in Quebec, like a 19% vaccination rate.
Hey, Big Squeaky B, I have a question for you. How big are the arenas for the ones that do Raw and SmackDown, the ones that don't do events? Is it less than that, or is it still the same round of numbers?
I think isn't it virtual, the SmackDown and the Raw?
They used to be virtual. Now, like for example,
went back to people.
For example, AEW just confirmed that it's full capacity.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's like as if we're stuck in the winter and they're in the summer. That's what it feels like. Like they're out at the beach and we're stuck in our house. You know what I mean? It's really annoying.
Big Spooky Bees, like they did wear masks, but some people in the crowd weren't wearing. Yeah, there's some of them. From what I saw, they were not wearing masks. So, but
like I said, we're freaking out, Claudio, because like I said here, there's still danger. But they're fully vaccinated. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. Florida, Arizona, there was other places, Texas, that they took out the mask mandate.
All I'm saying is that every time the wrestlers made their entrance with their music, the crowd was going wild. I missed that. I'm like,
All right, guys, it's time to do the spicy chocolate challenge now. Okay, I don't have a little button to make a noise, but that's something I definitely have to invest in.
All right, so
I got a second. Big Spooky Bee said on Raw and SmackDown, there's around 18,000 or 20,000 people. But for WrestleMania, as the grand stage of them all, it's a larger amount because it's the biggest event.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
It's 18 to 20. All right. For some reason, I thought it was less for Raw and SmackDown. Okay. Thank you.
So, guys, it's time to get on with the spicy chocolate challenge. And, guys, I want to thank my buddy James P., okay, for sending me 2 spicy chocolates like this. Look at that. Look at the amount of spices there is on that chocolate bar, okay? Look at that. I'm going to show you the inside, okay, what it looks like. It looks like, I don't know if you guys have Nutri-Grains, but it kind of looks like that. It's hard on the outside, soft on the inside. Okay, just smelling this, I want to die, guys. Okay,
so all right, Ange, hurry up.
Let you
guys
know.
For 5 minutes. Let's go eat it.
Calm down, Claudio. Calm down. That's the first rule. Calm down. Okay, guys, I have a glass of milk that's been sitting here for almost 2 hours now. I hope it's not sour. Okay,
well,
I have no water. Okay, look, there's barely any water in here. I have no water, and I have. This is random, but I have cantaloupe. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna help me. I have no idea if this cantaloupe is going to help me. I saw it in the fridge, and I said maybe it might help me. I don't know. So, guys, I have basically that chocolate bar that I showed you. By the way, it's from Chocolate Bar Trouble, okay? My good friend James Bubble Ashley, okay, gave it to me. Ryo Cat is saying, eat it now. Calm down, Ryo Cat. So I have pieces of the chocolate, okay? I have pieces of. I can't eat the whole bar. I'm literally gonna die. So I'm trying little pieces right now, guys. Let's see how this goes. Guys, I am nervous, okay? I'm not even nervous about how it's going to feel right now because I'm hearing that apparently it rips a hole in your throat. Like it burns the lining of your throat. That's what I hear. Now, just to let you guys know, in this chocolate bar, there is ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper, and there's also other things that James mentioned. I can't remember what they're called because they're like hydrocardio, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna try it, guys. If it gets really bad, call 911. No, I'm joking. Do not call 911. But I might have to call 911. And listen, if it gets really bad, we're gonna end the live stream and then I'm gonna go seek help. But guys, seriously, I am trying this. I'm very nervous. No bites, so you get a taste of everything. Okay, who here thinks I should take a bite of it? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, so you're saying like a bite, so I can taste the middle of it?
Hold on, Ange. Before you continue, let's do our plugins now in case you're gonna pass out.
Sorry.
Let's do our plugins now. Okay,
go ahead and do your plugin, Claudio.
All right. So Wednesday night, Ange and I are going to be on doing episode 6 of 3 Men in a Podcast. It'll be Wednesday night at 8:30. The reason why it's at 8:30 is because we have a curfew here, and I get home at 8:05 exactly. So we're going to be doing it at 8:30. We're going to be talking about men's mental health and what we think about the riot. And folks, if Ange doesn't survive this.
Guys,
Sad.
I really hope this is just not spicy. My dream is that I take a bite of this and nothing happens. That's my dream. Okay, okay, listen, guys, I can't take a bite of this. I gotta take a little piece. Come on, guys, come on. Okay, Lady Via is saying eat the whole thing. Railcat is saying half sweet, half pain, that chocolate. Okay. Big Spooky Bee is also saying eat the entire thing. Okay, how about we start with a little piece?
All right, go ahead.
Just to see how spicy this thing is, and then I'll decide whether I'm gonna take a bite.
And
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem.
No, keep doing it.
Smelling it, it smells freaking. Bite for a dono. Oh man. Okay, now you're tempting. Oh my god. Okay, fine, guys. I'm scared, but I'll take a bite. Okay. Holy cow. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking spicy.
You're a glutton for punishment.
Fucking die. Ah! Fucking spicy. I feel oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Holy shit! Fucking spice. Guys, I literally my tongue is on fire, guys. Wow, I need to eat some melon, man. How many? Oh my god. Guys, do not eat this thing. I'm telling you, my mouth is on fire. My tongue is in that fire from the old port of Montreal last night. Guys, I did it though. Oh my god, my tongue, guys, is still on fire right now. I'm whole freaking bowl of cantaloupe. I'm gonna eat it all. Guys, it feels like you're getting a heart attack. I'm not joking. It's that bad. Holy cow. Guys, I want to die. I want to take a shower in my mouth. That's how bad it is. Holy cow. Oh, guys, Claudio, do not do this challenge. Okay, guys?
I'm not doing
Don't
this
freaking
challenge.
do it. Look how red my face is. Do not do this freaking challenge, dude. Oh my god. Claudio looks like he wants to try some after seeing you.
No.
Guys, I'm not joking. If I were to eat this piece, the rest of it, I would die. I'm not joking. Guys, on the way out, this is going to be really bad. That's all I'm saying. Oh my, I'm crying for how hot this is. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my god. Holy cow.
Man.
I have never eaten anything this spicy, guys. I'm telling you. The hottest thing. I'm Dudley the Dragon. Holy cow, guys.
All right.
I'm never eating. Listen, the hottest thing I ever ate was a jalapeno, and this by far. I'm gonna literally drink the freaking water with the melon. Like, guys, and that was what, a bite? Look,
Yeah.
it was half a bar, and I just took a bite. You see this bite? That's not a big bite. And I'm dying. By the way, where's that dono? I took a bite of it. I want that dono, okay? Oh my God. I might do the chocolate spicy challenge, but with hot sauce. No, Big Spooky B, please. For the love of God, my sinuses are burning. Okay, guys? Yes, this is really happening. I'm freaking, I'm gonna light on fire, guys. I'm gonna get a whole cantaloupe. Guys, thank you very much for witnessing this. Jeffrey, thank you for coming on. Tony, thank you for coming on. James,
Thank you.
fuck you, James. Fuck you for giving me this spicy ass shit. I'm gonna fuck. Okay, I'll talk to you after the live stream. But listen, guys, don't do this challenge. I'm serious. Do not do this challenge unless you're a daredevil. Then you could do the challenge. My tongue is still on fire. I'm still crying. I ate it 15 minutes ago. My tongue is still on fire. I'm crying. Okay. My sinuses are going. I'm literally shaking because when you take a bite, you don't expect how hot it's going to be. Oh my God. Too bad you didn't have cold milk. Why? What would that have done? Thank you, Ziki. Ziki says this is awesome. Guys, yes, it's awesome, but it comes at a cost of my health. You know what I mean? So I'm alive, though. I'm alive for now. Right?
Perfect. Okay.
Let me tell you something, okay? Imagine if you were to have a ghost pepper or a Carolina Reaper, just the whole pepper pure. What you have to understand is that this thing is infused, right? So it's not 100% a ghost pepper, right? It's not like you're eating a ghost pepper. But holy cow, is it hot? It's because there's a ghost pepper in there, there's a Carolina Reaper in there, there's other stuff. The hottest spices in the world, okay, are infused in that chocolate bar. I want to throw up just thinking about, I smell the pepper that's in there, and I just want to throw up thinking about it, guys. Oh my God. Raven approves. Okay, cool. I'm called fireman now. Okay. My lips, by the way, the spices are on my lips. My lips are on fire, guys. Okay, it's like the freaking Great Fire of London on my lips. That's how hot it is. I'm literally like, I'm using this freaking cantaloupe to like hose down my lips.
All right.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. I'm gonna need some yogurt after, for sure, because the yogurt's gonna help a bit. But holy cow, guys! That was a minute right there. That was listen. I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life, guys. Just this, because I'm never having a ghost pepper or a Carolina Reaper ever again. Okay, ever again. I don't care how much you pay me to do it. I will not do it. Okay. You should have to wear a glove when handling it. Listen, when I put it in my mouth, I started shaking. Like, look, you know what? I gotta spit. Holy cow, guys. My mouth is still on fire. Listen, to all the daredevils out there, honestly, good for you. Like, you guys are fucking heroes. You're champs. Because, wow. All I could say is, wow. My tongue is still on fire, the tip of it. Mouth is still on fire. Everything's still going. Lips are on fire. Who knows how bad it's going to be when I have to go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, guys, thank you for coming to the Hot Spicy Challenge, guys. I'm sure you guys had really laughed when I just bit on it because it was just, guys, it's a sensation. I've never had. Like, seriously, this is crazy. So, guys, that was the day show. Tomorrow, okay, is the unknown. We're talking about the secrets of Antarctica. So make sure not to miss that. My sinuses are still going, by the way. Okay, thanks, Big Spooky B. Guys, apparently Big Spooky B is going to be doing the challenge as well. If you are doing the spicy chocolate challenge, please contact me. I want to see your reaction. By the way, don't say that I told you to do it, right? But I have medicine. Okay, ship the medicine here because I'm dying right now. Guys, I got to go. I have to really take care of this. I got to take care of my mouth because it's on fire right now. And I'll let you know the after effects of this. Okay, guys? Perfect. All right, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you for coming. People are watching replay. You guys are awesome. Dark Resident, shout out to you for becoming a member and donating. You could always donate, guys. It helps my channel, supports me. And eventually I want to start traveling too, so it does help.
All right, bye,
guys.
everybody.
Ryo Cat said, I pay a billion yen to eat some hot ramen or noodle.
All right.
Just have some gas there.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, guys, I gotta
Bye,
get going.
everybody.
I seriously have to get going now. Ciao, Melanie. Ciao. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
for coming.